Hello and welcome. Come join us as we try to renovate our patio and giving it more of a Scandinavian traditional feel, while being bombarded with side quests. We thought this was going to be a somewhat quick project. Spoiler, it wasn't. The first side quest that came our way showed up just as we were having breakfast, ready to start. A neighbor came by to tell us that a tree at the back of the property had fallen victim to the latest storm and were blocking a walking path. So with saws in hand, we started clearing away the tree. The tree took us most of the day, and when we were done, we were so exhausted that we made dinner and called it a day. So one day in, we were already one day behind. The morning after, we finally got started. First up for me was to move this fern that were growing where the stairs used to be, and Nils began with the new stairs. Then it was time to start removing the barge boards. I started off from a ladder but quickly realized it was much easier just to step out of the second story window onto the roof. Then the rain came and kept pouring down for a few days, so Nils and I took a break and took a trip to the other side of the forest, to Schnittsjö Ceramics factory and their newly opened cafe. The factory itself is one of the oldest still running ceramics factories in Sweden. They had a lot of beautiful things in their store, and we bought a flower pot to have at our front door. When we got back, I started sketching out different patterns for the barge boards. I want to add in more traditional woodwork to our house, so I started with one of the easier patterns. How you do this is to take whatever drills you have and space them out as far between as you like, and then saw in between the holes. This way you can make a lot of different versions. Then I went to get something at our guest apartment and stumbled upon this. So there was nothing left to do than to drop everything and deal with this flying ant infestation. The only thing we had at home was cinnamon. It worked, but we had to continue to pour it over the threshold for a few days. The next side quest we started voluntarily while the weather was still a bit back and forth, and we desperately wanted something checked off our to-do list. Our poles for the hop was a bit rotten, so we went down to the forest to get some young spruce trees to make new ones. We took down some that were growing too close together, giving the surrounding trees more space to grow. Then with the sun, our energy and inspiration came back. We already had this half a tin of green outdoor paint, so I used it on the stairs, matching it more to the rest of the house. I painted the barge boards with 3 layers. Then finally it was time to get them in place. I got swept away with the inspiration regarding the centerpiece. So instead of painting it white, I decided to use more of that beautiful green and dust off my knowledge of traditional Dalarna painting. But before I began painting, I made another side quest and turned the sawed-off ends of the boards into planter boxes. The traditional style of painting in this region dates back to the 1600s and was, especially in the late 1700s, an important extra income for the poor farmers. I am in no way an expert, but for being the first thing I've painted in years, it turned out nicely.